If you clicked this video, you're probably wondering one thing. Why do some people stay broke, even when they earn decent money, while others quietly build wealth, even with an average salary? This video is exactly about that. Not motivation, not work harder advice, but the real money habits that separate rich people from broke people. And here's the part most people don't realize. It's not about how much you earn. Two people can make the exact same income, live in the same city, have the same opportunities. And 5 years later, one is financially stable, maybe even free. The other is still stressed about money. Same life, different outcome. I've seen this patterns over and over again in real life. And today I'm going to show you exactly what's creating that gap. But be careful, because once you see it, you can't unsee it. Let's start with one of the most powerful habits, the habit of paying yourself first. Most people do the opposite. They earn money, then spend it, and hope there's something left to save. But there's almost never anything left. Now compare that to someone building wealth. The moment they get paid, they take a percentage. 40% for necessities, housing, food, utilities, 30% for lifestyle, 20% for investments, and 10% for debt repayment or social contributions. This is where it gets interesting, because this habit looks small, almost irrelevant, but over time, it becomes massive. Imagine two people. Person A saves nothing. Person B saves just $2 per day. That's it. Just $2. In 1 month, it becomes $60. In 1 year, it becomes $720. Now let's say that money is invested with a modest return. In 5 years, it's no longer just $3,600. With compounding, it can grow to around $4,500 until $5,000. Now imagine this for 10 or 15 years. Meanwhile, person A, still at zero. Same income, completely different future. But here's the problem. Saving money alone won't make you rich. A lot of people save and still feel stuck. So what's missing? Second habit, intentional spending. Broke people don't just spend money, they spend emotionally. Bad day, order food, feeling bored, scroll, and buy something. Feeling stressed? I deserve this. It feels small, but it happens constantly. Now imagine your finances like a bucket. You're pouring water into it, your income, but there are small holes everywhere. Those holes? Impulse spending. Now here's the difference. Wealthy people still spend. They just spend intentionally. They ask, is this improving my life or just distracting me? Most people don't realize this. The problem isn't spending, it's unconscious spending. Because when spending becomes automatic, you lose control without even noticing. But wait, this is where it gets deeper. Even if you save money, even if you control your spending, there's still one habit that separates average from wealthy. Third habit, building leverage. Most people rely on one system. Time equals money. You work, you get paid. You stop, income stops. Simple. And also limiting. Because time is limited. You only have 24 hours a day. Now here's what wealthy people do differently. They build leverage. Leverage means skills that can scale, systems that keep working, assets that grow over time. Instead of trading time, they multiply outcomes. This is where it gets interesting. Let's say you earn $10 per hour. You work 8 hours. That's $80 per day. That's your limit. Now imagine, you create something once, a video, a digital product, a skill, and it keeps paying you again and again. Now your income is no longer tied to hours. It's tied to value. And that changes everything. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Building leverage is harder. It takes time. And in the beginning, it feels like nothing is happening. That's why most people quit. They go back to what feels safe. Fourth habit, delayed gratification. This one is simple, but powerful. Broke habits choose now. Rich habits choose later. You get money, you want to enjoy it immediately. That's normal. Your brain is wired for reward. But wealthy people go against that instinct. They delay gratification. They give up small comfort today for bigger freedom tomorrow. Let me give you an analogy. Imagine you have two choices. Take $100 today or wait a week and get $1,000. Most people take the 100, not because they're wrong, but because waiting feels uncomfortable. Now apply that to real life. Spend now equals short-term happiness. Invest equals long-term freedom. Same decision, different mindset. But here's the problem. If you delay everything, life starts to feel restrictive. So, what's the balance? Fifth habit, controlled enjoyment. Wealthy people don't remove fun from their life. They control it. They create structure. For example, 40% for necessities, 30% for lifestyle, 20% for investments, and 10% for debt. Simple. Now they can enjoy money without destroying their future because it's planned, not impulsive. This is where everything connects. Saving, spending, leverage, enjoyment. They're not separate. They form a system, and that system determines your financial life. But here's the part nobody tells you. You can know all of this and still stay broke. Why? Because knowledge doesn't change behavior. Identity does. Most people say, I need to save money. But wealthy people think differently. I am someone who manages money well. That's identity. And identity drives behavior automatically. If you believe you're bad with money, you'll keep proving it. But if you change that identity, your habits start to follow without forcing it. And yeah, this part is uncomfortable because it forces you to be honest about your habits, your spending, your excuses, but it's also powerful because once you see the pattern, you can change it. So let's simplify everything. The difference between rich and broke people is not income, it's habits. Do you pay yourself first? Do you spend intentionally? Do you build leverage? Can you delay gratification? Do you control your enjoyment? These small choices, repeated every day, create completely different lives. And the best part? You don't need to be rich to start. You just need to start acting like someone who will be. If this video changed how you see money, then you're already ahead of most people. But I'm curious, what's one habit you realize you need to change? Comment it below. And if you want to take this further, hit subscribe and don't miss what's coming next. Because habits start the journey, but systems are what make you free. I'll see you in the next video.